Raptors fall to the Brooklyn Nets 96-88. Welcome to Raptors Tonight, live from Real Sports. I'm Randy Urban, joined by Jack Armstrong, Sherman Hamilton, and Alvin Williams. Jack, that was aggressive. Thank you very much. We need that.
Well,
we need that.
I'm here with Sherman Alvin. I'm excited to be here.
You're not really on with these guys that often.
They're not excited to be with me, but I'm excited to be
I am. Hell yeah, man.
with me or you.
Be with you. With who? Him? Hell no.
Sure. What did you say? I
didn't say nothing.
Hey, we're done? All right. Sure, Raptors have been competitive in pretty much the majority of these games that they've lost here down the stretch. And then some lack of execution, things falling apart in the fourth quarter. What are you seeing specifically in those moments?
Lack of execution and things falling apart in the fourth quarter. That's what I'm saying. But I mean, listen, they're playing hard.
Yeah.
And they're learning on the fly. And there's a lot of things and situations that on this level they probably haven't seen before in the positions they're in. So, it's an adjustment time. It's a time to learn. It's a time to figure some things out. It's not easy. I mean, you can look at records of other teams. You're playing in the NBA. It's the best league in the world, the best players in the world. Nothing's easy. So it's no surprise that even though teams' records are what they are, Brooklyn comes in on a 6-game losing streak. The Raptors were on a 10-game losing streak at that time. Both those teams understand there's a potential for a win. Who's going to execute better down the stretch? It's Brooklyn. And the Raptors have to continue to grow. They had a close game their last game as well. Weren't able to pull it out, but these are the moments that you grow from and you get better and you start to realize some things.
Al, what growing pains are you seeing down the stretch that's sort of not allowing them to execute as they probably would have liked?
I don't know if they're growing pains, but it's one of them things Sherman just talked about it, like executing, staying focused, being able to sustain a level for 48 minutes. And when you're undermanned, and you have certain people in certain positions that close out games, close out quarters, different circumstances that execute things, and you're small as well. So you got to keep the offensive glass, the defensive glass. You got to do all of these things. So it's just the fact that the team is in a position where they're so undermanned, you really can't, it's only but so much you can do for 48 minutes at this level. So hopefully it's learning, and hopefully the people that are evaluating, they really, truly are evaluating and not just thinking, all right, these guys are just plug and plays until we can get through this. Because there's some things that people can learn from at this moment either, too.
Jack, for Brooklyn, Dennis Schroder playing for them, got into it tonight, player of the game. It felt like at times he was taking this one personally. Did you notice that?
Oh yeah, no doubt. You and I watched the game together, and he's
glorious.
He's a feisty guy. I mean, he's one of his great gifts as a player is he's an incredible competitor. And so he took it personal. I thought he did a good job getting in the lane, creating for teammates, creating for himself, trying to get downhill, trying to win his matchup. But more importantly, I just think he brings a level of swag and toughness and determination. He got into it. I was laughing. He got into it with Bruce Brown a little bit. I mean, Bruce Brown's like, what are you talking about? But Dennis gets super intense during a game. So, hey, look, it's okay. Whatever team he plays for, if he's representing your team, you want a guy that cares. He cares.
Yeah. Obviously, Sherman, these games are about development here down the stretch. Do you see any bright spots today? What stuck out to you?
Yeah, I think every game that we see them play, there's bright spots. I mean, I thought Javon Freeman Liberty, he did a good job in this game. He was aggressive. He made some really strong plays around the basket. But what I like about the group as a whole is that they play hard.
Yeah.
And being a team that competes every night when you're losing, it's not easy. Losing's not fun.
Yeah.
And those guys are going out there and competing hard, and that's a testament to Darko's ability to keep them motivated, engaged, and willing to play. And to the team itself for playing for each other and playing for professional pride, I think that's the thing I take away. The day that they take the foot off the gas and they start to play less than that high competitive level, I think that's when you have more problems. But right now, they're playing hard, and there's just a talent discrepancy most nights that they hit the floor. And they're missing, as Alvin said, their main guys. So everybody's getting an opportunity, but it's tough to overcome some of those hurdles.
One of the things that stuck out to me when I was watching sports this morning, it was something about, I think, Greenberg on
They
ESPN.
caught me eating with my hands.
It's all.
My bad.
Greenberg said this, and because we have two teams going at it here today. Two teams going at
the question.
A brother hungry, man.
I know.
Okay, it doesn't make you a bad guy.
No, he's on a protein diet. Two teams going at it that, the Raptors have lots of injuries, playing guys back of the bench, G League guys. Same thing with Brooklyn. I heard Greenberg say something like UConn could make the play-in tournament in the NBA. Like that's
said that?
Greenberg on ESPN. Like that's not legit. Mike Greenberg.
Greeny?
Yeah.
Really?
Like he kind of said it off the cuff, but it's sort of a thing that's been circulating at times when you see lineups like this. But that's a ridiculous notion, right? Like these guys would kill any college team.
I don't know, because sometimes it's 28-year-olds on college teams now, so you just don't know. I don't know. But, I mean, I think it's disrespectful.
Yeah.
But you just don't know until it happens. It's never going to happen. But, there's a lot to go into playing at this level. And a lot of it is mentality. It's not just the skill. When you get the higher levels you get, the mental part takes over.
Right.
Because a lot of players are very skilled. A lot of players are athletic. A lot of players have these capabilities, but mentally it's what separates you if you're a good player to a great player to a phenomenal player. And it's just one of those things. And the college player, there's a lot of things you have to go through. And there's a lot of things that a professional player knows throughout the game, within the game, that a college player haven't ever experienced. So it depends what team, it depends, but it's very unlikely that a college team can beat your worst NBA team.
Right. I mean, when you first made the jump from college, like what was the biggest thing that was, different or stuck out? Was it physicality, or did you feel not surprised or not prepared?
I felt very prepared, but your best players were so much better than your best player in college, right? Like your best player, like a Michael Jordan was much better than Othello Harrison that I had to play against. No knock to Othello Harrison, and that was on your team. So you just have to also realize, and then mentally, you have to realize the best players, your days of practice, that's not giving you gameplay. Right. You can have your best practices in the world, but you're still not going to play. Right. So how do you approach each day? Right. So that was always an aspect where you just, no matter how hard you practice, it didn't translate into you actually getting in the game, because contracts and everything else, that dictated what or how long or how much you played. So there's other games within the game within the NBA. It's not just on the court.
Right. Jack, going back to the Raptors, what did you think of the defense on Bridges?
I thought they did a good job of the overwhelming percentage of the game. I mean, made a big play down the stretch, but they kept the ball out of his hands and they made him a facilitator. And to me, I think he was really, I wouldn't say a non-factor, but a minimal factor. So I thought they did a good job tonight on him and made other people make plays. So strategically, they did the right thing. And look, they were in the game the whole night.
Yeah.
They have been in all these games.
Yeah.
To your point, I think they're competitive, they're hanging tough, they're just undermanned.
Do you think that he's a centerpiece for a franchise, Bridges?
I mean, he's good. I mean, I wouldn't say he's a centerpiece for a franchise. He's a great piece to have.
Bridges?
Yeah.
Well, he's a Villanova guy, but Villanova lost to VCU in the NIT, didn't they?
Oh, Jack.
Well, they did.
I didn't think he was going to bring it up that way.
I didn't know.
I knew it was going to come up. I didn't think
Sherman wanted me to help him out a little bit.
It's not something that I'd bring up, but yes, since you brought it up, it did happen. It did happen, yeah. It happened. It's real.
Did we bet on that? Is that a mandatory bet when the two
It
teams?
should have been. But I didn't. We didn't talk after the game. I noticed.
We didn't.
I usually get a message, but
Bridges is a good player.
he is. But
player.
is he a corner piece?
Is he a centerpiece?
I think he's a piece. He's a very good piece. I think if Phoenix could have kept him, they would have.
Yeah.
Just because he was developing and he was becoming that guy, you know, these great teams have their 2 key guys.
Oh, sure.
How's everyone doing today?
We're doing great. How are
Great.
you?
Doing well. How you doing, Mike Alvin?
Is somebody's
Mike, what's up,
birthday
Mike?
again?
Mike?
No.
Hey, Mike, you can interrupt whenever you're bringing
Whose
that
birthday is it?
Nobody's birthday.
Sir, Mike?
Mike, Jack, how you doing?
I have a dessert platter for you, gentlemen.
Okay.
All right,
Let's
Can
try
I
it.
explain it to you?
Absolutely.
Please. Sherman's been
middle
asking
here.
about dessert.
Have you?
Yeah.
No
I'm
way.
a dessert guy.
Yeah.
Oh my
big
God,
time.
I'm so
Yeah,
happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I picked the perfect night.
Yeah.
So, mango passion fruit trifle,
Okay.
deep fried apple fritters, freshly made right now, and a mocha cheesecake.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Oh my
Here.
goodness.
Raspberry compote
Excited.
and a maple cream cheese.
Oh,
amazing.
How
right
much
here
of
at
this
Real
is nut
Sports.
free?
Peanut free, peanut free, peanut free.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
You're really going to be able to celebrate that NIT win
That's
now.
All right.
Is this show over? It's time.
Enjoy, everybody.
Mike, thanks, man.
Mike,
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
So
Mike.
all you got to do is come
You're
to
the
Real
best part of the
Sports.
show,
Come to
Mike.
Real
Come to Real
Sports.
Sports, enjoy your dessert.
Oh my
Yeah.
Enjoy your
God.
food, enjoy the crowd.
That's
Thank you,
phenomenal.
Mike.
Love it.
That looks
It's the best
good.
part of the show.
Is
Hey.
this part of what you can eat? Is this part of what you can eat?
Well, no, I don't eat late. I'm trying to be a good boy.
Okay.
I can't eat that.
Can't eat that.
I can't eat
This is all
that.
you, buddy. This is all you right now.
Fit for 50. Fit for 50.
Fit for 50.
I turned 50 this year.
No,
That's
you
my
don't.
goal. Fit. I'm gonna try to say it at some point. Fit for 50.
You look great.
Thanks,
look
man.
great. Yeah.
Thanks. I appreciate you, big dog.
Yeah.
Big dog. You know that. Usually, that's an
It's always a
Akil,
risk.
that's an Akil Augustine always says big dog.
Big
Does he?
guy, yeah.
Oh, Akil, that
Yeah.
everyone.
Well, I'm gonna
everyone's
stop
big
saying.
dog
I'm gonna
to
stop
Akil.
saying it then.
Told me you were going to be sucker free this year.
Yeah, I keep getting dragged back in. it.
We really started to build something here, and I think you're just a little bit jealous.
Whose opinion is that?
Now we talk now.
They gotta move that thing, man. That thing smells
Yeah,
good.
We gotta put that over here.
That's,
Sherm, it's all
that's
you.
warm.
Put that,
Move
put,
this nonsense.
Big win for the
Bring it over
VCU
here.
Yeah.
Rams.
Bring it over here,
there you
man.
go. Put that in
Have
there.
some guac.
I don't know why that's funny to me. All right, let's pause it down. Welcome in our fan of the night. Please give a warm welcome to Isaac Fu. Come on in, Isaac.
All right, woo! All right, we
Bring it
got a fan of the
Bring it
night.
in. Fan of the night. Have a seat, brother. How are you? All these guys, it's Sherman Hamilton.
What's going on, Isaac? How you doing, man?
Jack
Good, thank
Armstrong over there. No,
What's up, man?
yeah, we got you. We got you.
Mike, how you doing?
Do you have a question or comment?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what type of players are we looking for in the next draft, this upcoming draft?
Good question. Good question. Next player we looking for in the
Players, well, obviously, as you know, a lot comes down to what slot you're in. And then I think the philosophy always is, get the best player available.
Yeah.
I would say for the Raptors right now, if it's just positionally you're asking, I would say they're still searching for a backup point guard.
Yeah.
I would say a little bit more size, and you never have enough shooting.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the dynamics come into play with what happens with Gary Trent Jr.'s contract,
Yeah.
Bruce Brown, how that all plays out. And then I think there's a lot of moving parts. This is a big offseason for them. And as you know, right now, if the season ended today, they'd actually have 2 first-round picks.
Yeah.
They'd have the theoretical 6th pick. They'd have Indiana's pick, wherever that is, 17, 18, whatever it may be. And 31st, 32nd, Detroit's pick. So there's a lot of moving parts there. But I think if they have them all, I still think they'll draft best available player.
Yeah.
But those potentially are some of the needs that they might have.
Al, what do you see?
I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't have a clue, dog. I'll be honest with you. I can't even tell you about 4 people in the draft.
What do you
I've been
see?
working the NCAA tournaments. I've
that's-
seen them all.
But what type of player you think?
Jordan,
May
LeBron,
work? Yeah, that
KD.
works.
All the greats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those type of players. You mean?
Jokic in the second round.
Yeah, you can get that. Another Fred VanVleet undrafted. Hey, man, try it.
Williams out of Villanova.
Yeah, no, that's going to get you back where you are right now. I was on the team when we had 16 wins, so it's worse than this. So yeah, you don't want me.
What do you-
I wish I was more helpful with
No,
that
that's-
answer.
that's-
Sherm, it's on you,
No,
man.
it's not on me. To me, it's a lot of what Jack said. You're drafting the best available player. I've never been a fan of drafting for need. You take a player, and if the player that's in your pick is what you need, perfect, let's go. But I think you take the best available player and you start to make things happen after that. But things they could use, a little bit of size, they could use some shooting. I think they could use maybe a couple more breakdown off the dribble guys. But that has to be accompanied with shooting as well, right? If you break them down, you need someone to knock them down as well. So.
All right, you ready to knock him down? You ready to
But
spin and knock one
before
down?
we do the shot, you know they had like a media game,
I heard.
and Randy didn't win the MVP of the game.
Jack, are we supposed to be surprised about that?
Well, he was talking a big game like he was
usual.
a shoe-in.
You know what, Jack?
Going up there.
Jack, you know what I know?
Oh, there he is. Oh, look at him. There he is.
I didn't leave the ground on that one.
Oh,
You look scared in that picture.
You do.
look
Really
at
do.
this. Oh, look.
Oh, stop begging.
What were you doing?
Wow.
The ball. I lost the ball.
You were talking to it? You were scolding it?
That's a terrible picture.
Go
Why would you
home.
put that?
What is that picture, dog?
What is that?
Okay.
I don't know.
I just
See this
wanted,
guy?
before we did the big shot, I just want to make sure.
I thought we were friends.
He
Jack.
definitely is not on the Raptors draft list,
No,
okay?
No.
Or anybody's draft.
He did tell me he was a scorer. I asked him about his game, and he gave me the scouting report.
Where is he scoring?
Not on the court.
All right, good stuff, guys. Let's come on over here.
You showed your dunk like 17 times this season.
Yeah, you missed it. We showed
And
the
you
dunk
still
last
haven't gotten
season.
over the rim.
Give it
That
a little
picture-
spin, Isaac. We
All
got
right, here we go.
we got tickets on there. We got basketball. We got hat. We got a
I want
hoodie.
one of those right
What do you
there.
want? All right, okay.
Ball.
You got gift card, scarf, hoodie.
Just,
Hoodie, that's good.
Let's
All right, but you
grab
got to
the
shoot
thing.
for it. You got to shoot for
Why
it. Step
not?
behind that line. It's pretty easy. I'll just get the hoodie ready for you
go.
right now. Hey! All right.
got a sweatshirt.
Come on over here. Give it a little shout.
Damn, dog.
Show that to them.
Jeez, thank you, everybody.
Do you have a shout out that you want to
Yeah,
give
shout
to
out.
anybody watching?
Yeah, shout out myself, honestly.
Okay, yeah.
905 Isaac.
I love that.
Shout out the Raptors.
I love that.
What'd you get?
Man.
What'd you get there?
Let's cheer for Isaac.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, good seeing you.
Isaac, I love that.
Thank
I
you.
love shouting out myself.
Thank you very much.
I do that quite a bit.
You do.
I do that quite a
So
bit.
do we have
I
any
see
more
that,
highlight pictures of Randy? Are there any more?
No, why do we
about
just cue up his
that? Well, they're really
fingertip
not
dunk?
highlight pictures.
I think that's it. I think we're good now.
Any more?
No, that's it, guys. Yeah.
You're frazzled now.
No,
we had you.
Good. That picture was taken out of context, right?
No, not really.
No, it wasn't.
You didn't win the MVP. You were talking like
know.
you were the best player. Meanwhile, Gavin.
I was MVP of the first half.
No, that doesn't matter.
Because there's such thing as.
So you got the walk-off interview.
I got the
We all know. We all know Gavin, Berry,
Gavin
the
Berry was the
associate
MVP,
producer.
Played great. I was part of the winning team. Anyway, let's keep it moving. We all know about senior Jack Golke hitting 10 threes in Oakland's upset win over Kentucky. They ended up losing in the second round. He made 6 in the second game. But I came across his game day shooting routine, and I just wanted to ask you, is this legit? 9 to 9:45 a.m. spot shooting, 250 shots. 3 to 4:30 p.m. 500 full speed game situation shots. Does that seem reasonable to you, or is that too many? Have you ever seen that before?
No, I haven't seen that, but it's a different time. It's a lot of things that this younger generation is doing from a training aspect and preparation aspect that we didn't do. So I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, it looked like it's working. It didn't look like he got too tired.
10 threes. But
16 threes in 2 games.
that's a lot. That's a lot of shots to take on
He
it.
can shoot it. He can really shoot it. Look, if he's willing to pay the price and put the work in, and input equals output, and you're seeing what he did, I give him a ton of credit. Look, he loves the game. He played at a Division II school, and then came in and played the final stretch at Oakland. It's a great story. So I give him a ton of credit.
What would your game day routine have been like? What would you have walk, shoot around?
A game day?
Yeah, it's like shoot around.
Yeah, you have shoot around, and
You probably take 100 shots max.
I don't know how many shots, but I'm not listing it like that. But I think game day, especially, you know, beyond college is different than game day in college.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know, whatever works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If he's shooting it like that based on that routine, power to him.
Yeah.
I mean, you average 7 points a game. What was your routine?
I don't think it was 7, huh?
He told me 7.
No.
You were low.
Yeah,
was lower?
I was a spark off the bench. I was defensive minded. Did you see the stance in the pictures? Did you see the stance? No, you didn't.
So we just did lane slides with your pregame.
Ray, there's a lot of love here. There really is.
yeah.
These guys love you. You are so
hope
You
beloved.
told me you average 7 points a game, man.
Well, it
I think
depends
it's like-
what
Wait.
what league are we
For
talking
half
about?
of the season.
Let's keep it moving. Let's talk about the Boston Celtics.
The Celtics.
He's
We're
a half
talking about the
kinda guy.
Celtics
Yeah, let's
now?
talk about the Celtics.
None of those guys average 7 points.
Yeah.
Sherm, do you see something that could potentially harm them in the playoffs?
What we saw tonight. Huge lead. Gave it up. It's one of those things where, to me, the Celtics have been through so many wars. Like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown have had deep runs in the playoffs in such an early part of their career. This is the time for them to get over the hump. But they can't have those moments like you saw tonight, where they're up big and they allow a team to just walk back into the game.
Right.
They can't allow that, and that makes me wonder in moments that are tense how they're going to respond. I think it's going to be different this year. I think they're going to be that team that takes it down to the wire. But this is the thing that makes you kind of look. Now, I get it. They're so far ahead of everybody, they look like they're behind.
Yeah.
And it's hard to stay focused every single night down the stretch. But
That's strong right there.
I'm just
It's so far ahead they look like they're behind. That's strong. That's a
You like
strong
that?
statement.
You like that?
I don't know if I like it, but it's strong. Made me
They're
think.
Lapping, almost lapping.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I think the expectations are so high. The expectations are so high for them. You know, I watch them play, and they're analytically pleasing. They're statistically pleasing. They're what people want to see in 2024. Nonetheless, there's going to be a few possessions here and there that I look at when I watch them. Do they have the sandpaper effect in their game?
Yeah.
In terms of really like digging down and
Grinding
getting
it
a
out.
stop, and also the discipline to take good shots. Because when I watch Brown and Tatum, the thing that has always struck me about them, as good as they are, they have an occasional ability in big games to try to go a little bit individual and take tough shots rather than trust. The thing I've really enjoyed about their team right now is they are trusting. And I think if they continue to trust, they will be in the NBA Finals. I really like their team. They're fun. They play hard. They're well coached. There's a lot of good stuff going on there. So I hope for their sake they figure it out. And they figured it out. They're really good.
And as much as Brown and Tatum, to me, are what makes this team go, if Kristaps Porzingis is healthy and playing at a high level, he's a difference maker.
Totally.
He's a complete difference
Totally.
maker and adds an element to their team that, to me, can take them to that next step. But he's got to be healthy and he's got to be going hard all the time.
All right, great stuff, guys. Get us up there. Next game for the Raptors
Do we have
Wednesday.
any more Randy highlights?
We do not. Versus the New York Knicks. Tip-off goes at 7:30 p.m. after the
Randy
game.
highlights?
We do not. Come by Real Sports. Be a part of the show.
Gavin
Thank you for
Berry.
watching.
Gavin Berry.
We'll
the
see you next
MVP.
time.
First half MVP, Randy Irving.
First down. I had 12.